Here at Oxford, we have to work twice as hard as the men.
What if I told you I want to be a writer?
Oh, here we go. Vera, stop it.
Wordsworth, Shelley. All these romantics aren't good for you, you know.
I suppose you think me ridiculous.
No.
Testament of Youth is an incredible story of a young woman with great ambitions in life. She's brought up in a provincial town and she desperately wants to go to Oxford University, which then was really hard for women to go to. And she gets there against all her, obstacles, and then World War I breaks out. And she gives that up for the love of a young man because he signs up and she becomes a nurse. And through that she experiences incredible experiences and losses and grief, but manages to rebuild her life. It's a story of loss but also survival. It's about inspiration, it's about moving on and finding a voice of your own to tell your story in the world, and we all need to do that.
I think it's the centenary of the First World War. I think it's an incredibly important conflict to remember. No more harrowing than others, but there was something about it that was the first mechanised war, and I think moving into our century and seeing how war is changing and becoming more mechanical and different, I think it's important in that way, but also it's about war from a woman's perspective, which is something we never look at, and we should more, and this really explores that well.
I mean, it's an incredibly strong woman, a woman that I admire, who kind of took everything in her own hands. She lived 100 years ago and she didn't have the same opportunities that we young women now have today. Her family said no to education, and instead she just was self-learned and went to Oxford, then decided to go out and be a part of the war, and then found her voice and decided to keep her lost ones, her loved ones, alive through her book and through the things that she later wrote in her life.
You got in.
Vera was an amazing woman. She at a time when her approach and her drive and her passion rose above the social, I guess, etiquette. It was women weren't viewed as doing the sort of things that she wanted to do. She wanted to, go to university, do what the boys did, had that drive, and she didn't let anything get in her way, despite losing everyone and everything. And that resilience of spirit, that never giving up, that overcoming the impossible, that's worth knowing, that's worth experiencing, and this film, lets you experience that.
I hope people just engage with it on a human level and relate to them as characters, and furthermore, just kind of, through engaging with them, just have an even more heightened sense of how awful war was. Not that I don't think people do already.
Well, first of all, enjoy the remarkable story that she told. It is an amazing life that she had, and also, believe that you can go through all those traumas that she did and survive emotionally and come out on the other side.
Our generation will never be new again. Our youth has been stolen from us.
Vera, let's agree.